Well, everyone knows that volunteering is meant to improve and support our community by giving our time and energy to provide much-needed services. And if you're looking to do something new and reinvigorating in 2015, volunteering and making a difference is a great way to do that.
Our next guests are AARP Representative Jean Jones and Angler Education Assistant Chelsea Jeffries with the Missouri Department of Conservation.
We're back again. I'm Jean Jones, and we're here with another exciting episode of Volunteering in the Valley. Volunteering in the Valley is a joint effort between CVTV through Sheraton Valley and our local AARP chapter, which is the Long Branch area chapter, and we hold our meetings at Macon, but we're open to anybody in the Northeast Missouri area who would care to participate with us. Today we're just here to have a little bit of fun. It's cold out there. Deer season is kind of dwindling away to a memory, but we're still going outdoors. Today we have as our guest Chelsea Jeffries, whose official title is Angler Education Assistant. And her job is to help people learn about and enjoy the fine art of fishing. Fishing is great because it's a life activity. It isn't like some things that by the time you're 30, forget it because you can't do it anymore. I know it was one of my favorite activities when I was growing up because it was my dad's favorite activity. So I had somebody to teach me. For those that don't have someone to teach them, we have folks like Chelsea. Chelsea, would you tell me a little bit about the angling program and when you're going to have training sessions and who you need for volunteers?
Okay. Well, it's definitely awesome to be here today. The program is the Discover Nature Fishing Program. It is a fairly new program. It is kind of a sister program to the Hunter Education Program that I know that a lot of people are very familiar with. So our main goal is to educate youth and their families about fishing. Now, I know that a lot of people here in Northeast Missouri think, oh, why do you need to teach people about fishing? But it's something that people in more urban areas don't necessarily grow up with that skill set. So we've put a little over 426 people through our program. The majority of them were in the month of June. And then we had about 30 more people come through in September. And we have 4 lessons that we teach. We teach the equipment. Lesson 2 is how to tie on your hook and bait it. Lesson 3 are the 5 common fish that you'll find in Missouri, and their habitat biology and how to catch them. And then lesson 4 are the lures and the species you will catch depending on the type of lure that you use. Here within the next few weeks, we're going to be holding 2 volunteer events. On January 24th, we're going to be holding 1 volunteer training at Hannibal, and that is going to be held from 9 o'clock until 2 o'clock at the Home Bank Community Room in Hannibal. And then on February 7th, we are going to be holding another training at the Kirksville Northeast Regional office. And
that Kirksville training be a great one for lots of the folks in our area. But if you can't make it to that one, it's not that much farther to go over to Hannibal. What are you looking for in the way of volunteers? And the volunteers need to attend one of those training sessions, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
In order to be a volunteer for MDC, you have to attend an MDC certification, so to speak. You have to go through our training, and you also have to go through the guidelines and policies that MDC is expecting you to hold yourself to being a volunteer. Because whenever you put on the MDC triangle, people think that you're an employee. They don't necessarily know the difference between someone that's paid and someone that's a volunteer. So the expectation there is very high. But as long as you have a passion for fishing and you're over the age of 12, you can be an angler volunteer. There really are no strict guidelines along that route, except that you need to be able to pass a background check. And like all employees, you can be subjected to a drug screening if necessary.
I really love the concept because so many of our young people now don't have the opportunity that I had to learn with friends or family. And I know that fishing in Missouri is really fabulous compared with a lot of other places in the country because Missouri Conservation does such a wonderful job of maintaining viable populations of sport fishing species so that we can take some home with us and enjoy that fresh caught fish. And so many of our young people, you know, they only have ever heard about the other kind of fishing with the pH that people do on the computer to try to scam somebody. This is a much better type of fishing for them to learn, and and a really good outdoor activity. Get them out, get them moving around in the natural surroundings, and they'll discover new activities and newer passions of their own. Maybe they won't become lifetime fisher, but maybe they'll become photographers of wildlife, or they'll just like to go and hike the wonderful trails that Missouri has. So, do you use volunteers in other programs, not you specifically, but MDC as a whole? What are some of the other volunteer opportunities that might be out there for those that really love the outdoors and would like to pass that love of nature on?
To become an MDC volunteer, like I said, you know, you have to go through the background check initially, but then once you're an MDC volunteer, you can also go through and become a volunteer hunter education instructor. That is a very big part of our volunteering community. On top of that, you can also go through and become a master naturalist. Those are typically used for educational events outside of hunting and fishing events. Those can be used for interpretive programs, school programs.
Like maybe your Eagle Days?
Yes, Eagle Days is a perfect example of that.
Okay.
And outside of that, the only way to really know if the conservation department has something that would be for your interest, you can always call them and ask them, your local office, how to become a volunteer in their area. Each office is different, so each office's needs will be altered just a little bit depending on the area that you're at.
It's great to know that MDC is open to having members of the public come in and say, this is something I really love and I would like to pass along my knowledge and my passion to the younger people in our community, and that they're willing to look at opening up new types of programs.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, with the new year, we have lots of new opportunities to grow, opportunities to share. What's your passion? Find a way to pass it on. She's given you lots of ideas right here, And Missouri Department of Conservation is open to your suggestions for new programs. Decline in fishing is a good example. This is our great life activity, which many young people have never had a chance to experience, especially around our cities and even in some of our smaller communities. The young folks don't get out. They don't know what's out there to be enjoyed and observed and participated in. We're going to have a lot of other things that you can still participate in through the year. Both of our nursing homes would still love to have members of the community come in and read to the residents, play games with them, just visit. Some of them don't have many visitors, and somebody even just to talk to for a half hour is a great treat for some of those folks, particularly the ones who are very much confined to the facility. NECAC and the Literacy Center could still both use some additional short-term light stenographic help, just basically somebody to act as a receptionist, to answer the phone, guide people to the individuals that they need to see within the offices, help them set appointments, and just generally make them comfortable when they come in. The food pantry still does a distribution every third Tuesday, and Linda Ellis would love to have you show up and help her open containers, set out materials, help the people fill their orders so that we can continue to serve approximately 400 households every third Tuesday. That is a huge thing to accomplish in a day. So keep her in mind. Take a trip out there or give her a call. We've got other things coming up. 4-H will be beginning a new season, going full tilt again. Tracy Moore would love to hear from you if you have a special ability beyond the normal 4-H kinds of things with the cooking and the sewing and the agricultural activities. There are some specialized things that they need instructors and people to help guide young folks who would like to do a program that is maybe a little different than your ordinary heifer calf or your pen of chickens. Macon Senior Center still delivers Meals on Wheels 5 days a week. They can always use additional drivers. If you don't feel like you can participate every week, sign up to be a sub. Be on call so that when somebody's sick or there's a little problem with filling the need to get all the meals out, you can step up and do that from time to time. They can also use additional volunteer help inside with meal prep and other activities. The Community Child Development Center, Trish Knowles is always looking for folks to come in, read to the kids, play a game with them, just sit and visit like Grandma or Grandpa would, or help prepare a snack and serve it. Do little maintenance chores around the place. Believe me, if you go and volunteer, she'll find something that's suitable that you will enjoy doing. And again, the Crossroads Agape Cafe, Jamie Elrod in charge of the program. Remember, they have volunteers working in 2 areas. Every first and third Saturday, they serve live meals in the American Legion Hall, and they can always use folks to help prepare and serve and clean up there. And they also deliver home meals on those Saturdays. Those are prepared at the church facility, and they also need people for preparation and packaging the meals and delivery people. So maybe that would be a good thing if you don't mind doing a little driving. You could sign up, let's say, to be a sub for the senior center, and you could also sign up to drive an occasional Saturday for the Agape Cafe. And most of all, we'd like you to consider becoming a fishing instructor volunteer. because there will be lots of warm, sunny days ahead of us. And pretty soon we're going to want to forget all this snow and just hang up that little sign that says, "Gone fishing. See you next time."
Well, thanks, Jean and Chelsea. Volunteering leads you to find the joy of serving others. Make a difference. Volunteer.
It's cold outside, and what's better on a cold winter's night than to cozy up on the couch and watch movies? In appreciation for your business, Sheridan Valley is offering 3 months of Showtime programming free. So watch your mail this week for our customer appreciation offer. Simply go to the address on the card to sign up, and we thank you for your business.
That is a very nice offer.
Yes.
Well, high school seniors, remember to apply for the Sheridan Valley Scholarship available online at cvalley.net. Click on News, Notes, and Community, then Announcements. The scholarship deadline is February 6th.
Macon Chamber of Commerce is offering a trip of a lifetime this March. Discover and explore Pompeii and Amalfi, March 12th through the 19th. Contact the Macon Area Chamber of Commerce for all the details at 385-2811.
And you need to do that right away because that trip is coming right up.
Well, sounds like a good time.
Start a life-saving habit by giving blood regularly in 2015. Blood has a shelf life of 42 days. Patients rely on volunteer blood donors to constantly replenish the supply. Regular blood donations are needed all year long.
Donate Monday, January 19th from 2 to 6 at the Sheridan County Ambulance District in Salisbury, at the Brookfield First Christian Church Fellowship Hall on January 20th from 12:30 to 5:30, and in Cairo on January 26th at the Christian Church from 2:30 to 6:30.
Valentine's Day is the traditional day for expressing feelings of love. For CVTV, it is also a time to announce our couple of the year. This is the couple whose marriage has withstood the test of time, 50 years or more, and who are still very much in love today.
Please send your nominations with a paragraph telling us why you feel they should be Sheridan Valley's Couple of the Year. The winning couple will appear on our show and will also receive a $150 gift certificate to AJ's Eat and Drink, exclusive sponsors for this award.
Email nominations to cvtv@sheratonvalley.com by January 30th.
Employers, again this year, CVTV will help you get the word out about your job openings within your organization at no charge. Email your openings to the address on the screen.
And job seekers, Bristol Manor in Macon has 2 part-time overnight staff positions, 2 day and evening staff positions, and a facility manager position open. Send your resume to kcole, K-C-O-L-E, at bristolmanor.com or call 660-287-2424.
Sheridan Valley has a full-time opening for an IP network analyst to work in our Huntsville Network Operations Center. For details, check out cvalley.net and click on About Us, then Jobs.
And CVTV has many exciting upcoming shows this week. Check out our weekly lineup at cvalley.net. Also, check out CVTV's YouTube channel for all your favorite CVTV programs at the click of the button. Simply click on the YouTube icon on the Sheridan Valley's homepage.
Also remember to submit your favorite photo for Sheridan Valley's 2016 Directory Cover Photo Contest. We are looking for pictures that depict the beauty of our area. Limit 4 photos per contest entrant. The deadline is the end of June.
Our quote this week comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson, American essayist, lecturer, and poet. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment.
I think that's great advice. Just follow your convictions and dreams and be the person you want to be, not what others say you should be.
Absolutely. Well, that is all the time we have for now. From all of us at Sheridan Valley, we thank you for sharing a part of your day with us.
Stay tuned. Another CVTV program is coming up shortly.